one thing Manny mentioned today, and one thing Manny's good at is bringing guys in from the transfer portal, right? And he mentioned that we're looking to add a couple corners, and we would assume it's through the transfer portal. Um, what do you guys think about that strategy? Do y'all think that we can continue to build through the transfer portal, or are y'all in the notion that eventually we're going to have to develop these kids from the guys that we're bringing in? What do you think, Chris?
It's the portal is a valuable tool for us to use, and it's here to stay. And if honestly, once this early January, the word is that they're going to change it so that they get rid of that 1 year sit out rule for a first time transfer and move it back to, I think, as a person's second transfer. But it's here to stay, and he and Manny especially has used that portal better than most other people around the country, especially from a grad transfer point of view, which makes sense because it's probably a lot easier to convince a 21, 22-year-old to live in Miami for the next year than it is an 18-year-old, which I understand. But it's a valuable tool that I don't want to just pass away and say, oh no, we don't want to mess around with that, because it will provide us with depth in key situations. We don't need to always get like a superstar guy, just a dude who can play, that maybe doesn't want to be the second best corner at like a mediocre school. He wants to be the third or fourth best at a school like Miami because he just figures it's a better opportunity to get eyes on him. That's fine. But yeah, for sure, we got to develop guys and put them in positions where they can succeed, and allow them to get to the best of their abilities, because recruits are going to see that if we're not turning guys into NFL players, we're not making them be better like step after step, then the high schoolers and especially the high school coaches are going to say, I don't know if you should go there, because you may not be that much better than when you get there in 4 years, which means no NFL money. So that's something we always have to keep in mind, because high school kids won't want to come if we're not developing.
Yeah, you can always cherry pick from the portal, but the way I always looked at it, at least right now, and we'll see if the rules change with the ICs and all that. But to compare it to the NFL, you build to be successful. You build through the draft, right, which was recruiting at the college level, and then you supplement that talent with free agency, which is the portal. So the portal allows you to miss on certain positions in recruiting, like we are at cornerback, quarterback, like we brought in De'Ara King, but then you can go out and get a high level guy, especially with this one-time transfer rule. There's gonna be high level cornerbacks out there, guys that could come in and start right away. So I don't like to rely on it, but I think we should always keep a few spots open on the back end, because there are always going to be, guys out there that could help this football team.
I agree with that. Guys, we got Chris and Bill from Kane's Legacy. Their Twitter handle is going to be in the description and in the pinned comments. Make sure you check them out. I definitely agree with that, man. And one of the reasons, I think 2-3 years ago, I maybe would have not felt this way, but we've got to give credit where credit's due. And one thing you can say about Manny is he has done a good job in the portal bringing in top talent. And now we're going to see, hey, can we bring in a couple cornerbacks? Like you guys said, we still got the later signing day, but we'll see what happens. Looking at what happened today, Miami finishes with 21 signed commits, 10th nationally, second in the ACC. This overall class, just the overall class as is, how would you grade this class, Bill?